Brownbill, for those of you that don't know me, but I'm pretty sure you are because we're on the Brownbill effect. And I do conversations every week with people that I admire and respect or whose work I find really fascinating. And this is the wonderful Melissa Giuffrida from Collécte. Hello! Melissa and I have been friends for, can you believe it's 30 years?
Yeah, ages.
30 years.
No.
And Melissa has this really extraordinary business that she started back in 2017.
I started working on it in 2019, launched in 2020.
And it's one of those businesses that you don't know about until you know about it. And when you know about it, you can't believe you haven't known about it. And so we were chatting the other night and I said to her, I'd love to do a story on you because more people need to know about this fantastic business. In a few words, tell me about what is the essence of Collécte? What is it that you're doing? And yeah.
Well, Collécte is a marketplace connecting buyers and sellers of antique, mid-century, contemporary furniture. It's a destination to come to buy pre-owned pieces.
I love that word, destination. Talk to me a little bit more about that.
When I started Collécte, I wanted to create a place where people could source a mid-century sideboard and just come to Collécte, as opposed to go to all the different dealers in Melbourne, all the different Instagram sites. Just come here and we've got 30 mid-century sideboards to choose from, all from different sellers, but it's just one place to search.
One destination,
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah.
And you talked to me earlier about sustainability. Can you talk about that?
Everyone's very conscious of the environment these days, and I think it's great to buy a pre-owned piece as opposed to a brand new piece. Our pieces are available now and shipped directly from buyer to seller. From seller to buyer. And often these pieces have character and they're well made and it's great. Our room in there, when we redecorated, everything in there is second hand.
Oh, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, so it's great.
Yeah, and what do you love about the furniture that you picked for that room?
Well, the vibe in there is dark blue, sort of cosy den. So, the fabric on the chairs are cosy. We've got beautiful lighting and just a quirky coffee table. So it all just sort of blends well.
How did you start your career? What did you do after high school? That's what I'm interested in to start with.
Worked in fashion. Worked for Esprit, which was a very popular fashion brand back in the early 2000s. So I worked as a buyer there, and then when they relocated to Sydney, I decided not to go and started working for a company called Bloom Cosmetics, which was a great small business led by Natalie Bloom, and I was there for 8 years.
And what did you learn during that time?
Oh, heaps. I was involved in product, distribution. I was basically the general manager, so learned about the export side, exporting an Australian brand to Japan and the US. Worked on, formulations with product for that and graphics, just everything. So it was great.
I find we talk a lot about, people starting their own businesses, and there's different belief systems about that. But I personally think working for other people first, you get to learn about the goods and the bads and what you do and what you wouldn't do when you had your own business. Did you take a lot of that kind of knowledge with you into your rest of your career, or maybe you didn't?
Whilst I was working at Bloom, I started studying interior decoration as well. So I sort of did that on the side, and then I had a few children, left Bloom, and then opened my own business.
A few children. I remember looking at you going, you've got 4 children and you're studying at university. Like I had one and I could barely get out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, what was that all about? Did you have a lot of help, or were you just
No.
really motivated, or were they particularly good kids?
I'm one of 4, and Mike, my husband's one of 5. So I just we always felt like we wanted a family, lots of kids. So, yeah. And having said that, I loved being pregnant, which is, unusual. A lot of people don't. I hated when the babies were born. Like I found it really hard to breastfeed and sleep. I love my sleep. It's very hard with kids waking up the whole time. So, yeah. The pregnancy part was easy, but, and then once we sort of got them to sleep, it was all good. So then we forgot about it and kept having them.
And you have 4 divine daughters now, who are, what are their ages?
24, 22, 19 and 16.
Two look like your husband, two look like you, but they all look like sisters. They're particularly gorgeous, and they're all doing their own thing now. One's still at school, right?
Yeah, one's in year 11, and then all the rest. Two have finished uni and one's at uni.
Okay. So I remember way back then when you were having all your babies, you were living in this home in Malvern, I can get that out, that was a little bit higgledy-piggledy when you bought it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see you for a long time, and I came back and you had created this gorgeous home at the pool.
Yeah.
With all the babies.
With all the babies.
While studying.
Yeah.
This woman is a machine.
Oh.
How did it go?
No, it was good. I mean, we had to move out, and that's a bit tedious, packing, unpacking, all the rest of it. But look, it was fine. We just sort of got on with it, did it, and actually, funnily enough, we only were in there for literally probably 6 months, and then we decided to sell it because Mike decided to move his business overseas.
Mike being the husband. Yeah. And did you just go, yeah, let's do that? Or did you go, are you serious?
I went, yeah, let's do that.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty crazy.
You are meant for each other. Like, I had somebody talk to me the other day and they were going, so when you build your house, you've got to have a bathtub for, resale and stuff. And I'm there going, I've done 2 houses now, just myself, but I never think of resale. I just think, oh, well, this is great. I'm just going to be here forever. Yeah. Whereas you guys sort of do it up and go, right, what's next?
Yeah. I know. Ants in your pants.
Yeah, but it's fun. Yeah. So what did you do? You went overseas?
So we went to Washington D.C. and lived there for 5 years. So whilst we were in D.C, I decided to start working. So I got myself a working visa and started working for an architect. Yeah, I was just working with her, sort of helping her with the mood boards and just like a general assistant to her. And it was only part-time. I only wanted to work a couple of days a week. And then I saw this other job that was a bit more local, and it was working for a curated marketplace called Viet. And that's where, I sort of came up with Collécte, because Viet is exactly what Collécte is. It's now Sotheby's bought it.
Wow.
Since I've come home. But it was basically a marketplace to list, your furniture and sell it.
And it was localised in Washington?
No, it was all over the states. The head office was in New York, but they used to have what they call curators in each state. So I was a curator in DC, so they would sort of say, look, these people want to list some items. I'd go and have a look, and if I felt that they were, met the criteria of the platform, I would, photograph, measure, price, and list them.
Wow. Yeah. And I bet you got to see some extraordinary places.
Yes. Beautiful homes. Yeah. And anyway, so that was the sort of that sort of planted the seed, I guess, in my head.
And so that seed being, when I come back to Australia, there's nothing like that here?
Not initially, funny that. Yeah. So when I did come back, I remember we got back, Mike was still there, so I was back by myself with the girls. My sister rang me one day, and so she goes, I want to sell this, where can I sell it? And I'm like, oh. And I was sort of Googling, couldn't find anything. I said, Jane, well, you're just going to have to sell it at an auction house or eBay. And she's like, oh, okay.
Was it something quite beautiful?
Yeah,
like something that you wouldn't want to put on Marketplace?
Yeah, they were designer pieces, like she had some Nelson lights and a really nice armchair. Anyway, that's when I thought, hang on a minute. And I'd mentioned something to Mike, but I just hadn't really, you know when you're sort of trying to figure out whether you should actually go through with it or not.
And what a great person, because he's a real entrepreneur himself, isn't he? He's got a real business head, right?
So of course he says, do it. Do it.
Yeah, a bit like us at dinner the other night when I said, oh, let's do a video, because who knows about you? And he's going, do it, when are you going to do it? And I was like, right, I'm ringing the next day, and all of a sudden we're here.
Yeah.
We need to have champagne, but anyway, it's too early in the morning.
Yeah. So then I just started researching. So he was in the US, and when he'd come back, I'd say, this is what I've done. And he's like, great, keep going.
And a business plan.
Yeah, keep going. And so I just did. And then...
And did you have help, or did you just do it from your gut instinct and what you'd learnt at the place in DC? And did you put a mission statement together, or did you come up with a plan, or...?
I basically just put a plan together of what I felt was needed here and what experience I had from the US. And then I made my life really hard. I decided to make a custom website, which is great now because I've got, features and on my site that a Shopify site wouldn't have. But obviously with a custom site, it's more expensive and it took a lot longer to build. It took about a year to build the site with all the bits I wanted and testing and all the rest of it. And then it was ready to go in April 2020. And I'm like, oh, what do we do now? And Mike's like, keep going.
And did you work with a designer?
Yes, worked with a graphic designer, my brother-in-law. He did the logo.
And it's such a beautiful logo, and it is Collécte is the name of the business. We were having a laugh about this before because there's that little intonation.
Yes.
Is that the word that you use?
The acute.
The acute.
Yeah.
So
which is probably in the wrong spot.
But it's not Collecte.
No.
It is Collécte.
Yes, it's Collécte.
Unless you live in Carnegie and you can call it Collecte.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Collécte.
Basically, I came up with the name Collécte because I felt like it's you collect pieces.
Yeah.
It's a collection of pieces.
Beautiful.
So, and the accent made it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know. High end. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So, but yeah. So then we launched in COVID, and I sent that email out to all my family and friends. I've just launched. Have a look. It's one of those things though. With the marketplace being two-sided, I was like, I need to get some product on here. So I actually had to list some stuff myself. Rang friends, can you put stuff on, list stuff for me? Then I started, just contacting professional sellers and just anyone I knew to see if they wanted to sell stuff.
So talk to me about the professional sellers. Like who would that be? Well, you don't have to give names, but who is a professional seller?
They're people that have a store or a website or an Instagram handle that just want another avenue to sell their product. So we're providing a different audience for them. So,
And do they pay, at what point does money exchange hands with the sellers?
So when a buyer buys the good, the payment comes to Collécte. We take our commission and then transfer the payment to the seller once the item's been picked up.
And fantastic. And how else, like if, Susie over there wants to put something on and she's just somebody that's moving house and she's, over her Eames furniture, how does she contact you?
Well, so she just goes to the website, signs up. So when she gets to her account, she hits sell now and then lists the product. It's a 3-page listing form, very straightforward. No listing fees. It comes to me for approval. So because it's a curated marketplace, we don't accept all brands or all items. And then, I approve it and then it goes live.
Yeah, okay. And if you don't approve it, you just write back and say, look, thanks so much, but that's from IKEA and it's not really our speed.
Yeah. Or
I love the term you used before, which was fast furniture.
Yes.
God, I love that.
Yeah. Like fast fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't accept all brands and, we need to have sort of a bit of point of difference from some other marketplaces out there, like Facebook Marketplace. So this is curated. So we don't have, ads. We don't have, like eBay, when you're scrolling through, I know it gets very frustrating scrolling through all the ads. Ours is just like a clean site with products cleanly listed.
Buy and sell. And is it just in Australia?
Yep.
Yep. At this point, have you got plans for global domination? You're going to tell me you're going to live in Japan or somewhere now.
No.
What's happening?
Just saying, the Asian market would be a great market to crack into, but also on the whole, and this would be a new category for Collécte as well, like the whole handbag side of things, wallets, jewellery, handbags.
So fashion accessories.
Yeah.
Love me a handbag.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is that something that we can look forward to, perhaps?
Well, yes, in the process of happening, but it's I would say probably more fashion accessories because they're smaller and easier to ship than furniture at this stage. So that's probably I'd go in on that side of things.
Do you know what else really excites me about talking to you about your business, which we have done over many years, each time we catch up, is that, like me, I guess, you are always thinking of what's next. Like you don't sort of sit on your laurels. You're going, right, well, I've done that now and I'll just let it roll. It's like, how can I make it better? How can I get some more diverse furniture? How can I reach out to different sellers? And that's really exciting. And as women in our 50s, am I okay for people to say that? I know we look like we're in our 20s. But, there's a lot of talk in the creative industry about, questioning your age and, you know, your experience. And how do you feel about that as being a woman in her 50s running this fantastic business from home? And does it even occur to you? No, me either.
Yeah, no, I love it. And you know, a lot of my friends have their own businesses and work from home as well.
Yeah.
So I just think it's very common now. It's not unusual. And yeah.
And you couldn't be doing this without all the experience you had. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, because I've got a really strong background in interiors. I know a lot about furniture. So that has really helped with the process of curating and, you know, selecting pieces. But yeah, I've just got I'm passionate about interiors, furniture, all that side of things.
And what do you love about working from home?
I love that I can be at my desk and go, shit, I haven't put the washing on.
I do that all the time. Isn't that great?
Put the washing on.
And the dogs need a walk. You can have a quick walk around the block.
Yeah, and you know, when Ivy gets home from school, I can just have a chat with her and then just go back to work.
Yeah.
So
we've just recently, Shani and I have just recently moved the office back to home.
Yeah.
And we're loving it. You know, it's very relaxed.
Yeah.
You work equally as hard. I think you've got to have a pretty good mindset to be able to do it and not be distracted, but you are so focused on what it is that you do.
Yeah.
So from Collécte, we're taking that it's a destination. It's like a one-stop shop. You can go there if you've got mid-century in your head, or if you've got antique mirrors, or you can come and everybody's there, and you can deal with you personally. Yeah, which is fantastic.
Or you don't have to deal with me at all. You can just go straight in and buy something.
Right.
You can. We offer shipping to buyers, so you can go and select shipping. So we make it as seamless as possible. So it's just very easy to purchase.
But if I want to talk to you, because I'm a bit of a chatter, in case you hadn't noticed,
send me an email and I'll call you.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And that's what I love about it, is because what really gets up my nose so many times is when you see things and you've just got a quick question like, you know, does that mirror come out, or do the drawers, are they small, or, you know, you'll be able to tell us all of that sort of stuff. Fantastic.
You can call me, or also you can message a seller. So we have functionality on the site where it says ask the seller a question. So
brilliant.
And they'll get back to you within 20
And
minutes.
does it cost a buyer to come onto the site?
No.
Right, so it's free to come on to find stuff.
Yeah, free. All the buyer pays for is obviously the piece and shipping. And yeah, actually, if you want to be a seller as well, often buyers and sellers cross over, it's free to list. So you only pay commission once the piece is sold.
Wow, that's bloody fantastic and really important to know. So I think for me and for everybody that's listening to this, we've got a really good understanding of what Collécte is now and how you operate and who you are. It's been really nice for you because you're always, you know, you're not like me. I'm out in the bloody everywhere all the time just going, oh, what about me? You're very much behind the scenes, but it's really important for a brand to know who is running it. Understanding a business is also about understanding the people that work for it. And it's been so lovely today to get to know you and for people to understand the essence of what Collécte is. So I'd like to say thank you, Melissa, for giving us the time to talk about your fantastic business. And I'm starting to think about all the things at my parents' house that I might be able to list. And what I'd like you to be able to do is to give the website to people. So if they're interested in having a look at it or selling on it or purchasing from it. So what's the website?
Collécte, collecte.com.au.
And can they phone you at any point, or is it all online? Is there an email that they can connect with you on?
There's an email, hello@collecte.com.au, and I answer all the queries that come through the website. So
Fantastic. All right, darling. Well, thank you so much. It's been...
Oh, thanks, Sal.
Fabulous. Okay, bye.